We're looking at the details of lumbar puncture now. Lumbar puncture where we were puncturing L3-4, L4-5. Yes, that is the point. You are doing lumbar puncture and your needle has advanced too far and accidentally you have punctured some ligaments. So tell me which ligament you have punctured. We are doing lumbar puncture here. Yes. And I am pushing the needle too far. I am a new learner. Yes, you are an over-enthusiastic house surgeon. Or some over-enthusiastic house surgeon is doing it now. Yes. And needle advanced too far. Yes. I don't know the answer. You don't know? No. Okay, then let us discuss some diagrams and then we'll discuss the answer. Okay, wait for some time. Put your patient in this posture. What is this? You have to do in flexion postures. Flex the spine so as to separate the vertebral spine. Okay, why? Because you have to insert a needle, you know. Then mark the highest point of iliac crest. Highest point of iliac crest, what is that? Highest point of iliac crest is the level of the L4 spine. L4 vertebra spine. Yes, that is where you will push the needle. So I have to push the needle at the highest point of iliac crest. Yes, highest point of iliac crest is the level of the spine of the L4 vertebra. It is a L4-5 space. L4-5 space, you mean to say you are following Gray's Anatomy now. Yes, Gray's Anatomy, of course. Right. What is this? There are some ligaments which you have to puncture. Which ligament I have to puncture? You remember we have discussed some ligaments which are in front of the vertebral body and which are behind the vertebral body. What was in front of the vertebral body? If it is in front of the vertebral body, I think it was called as the anterior longitudinal ligament. Yes. And what if it was behind the vertebral body? If it was behind the vertebral body, I think it was posterior longitudinal ligament. Yes, posterior longitudinal ligament. So remember, there are some ligaments which are in front of the body and there are some which are behind the body. So the one which is in front of the body is anterior longitudinal ligament and one which is behind the body of the vertebra is posterior longitudinal ligament. Now you have some ligament of flavum also, where more posteriorly. So we have some ligamentum flavum more posteriorly, where between the lamina of the vertebra. Between the lamina, you know, these are lamina. Lamina 1, lamina 2. So this is ligament between the lamina, ligament of flavum. Yes. Where is lamina? Lamina is behind the body. This is body and there will be lamina. So this is body behind the body of lamina, and lamina of one vertebra connecting with the other vertebra is some ligament of flavum. Yes, these are some ligament, and then you have spine of the vertebra. Spine of vertebra. What about that? You know how the spine of vertebra are connected with each other? How? There is one ligament which is called as the supraspinous ligament. Yeah, okay. And there is one interspinous ligament. So you have to puncture them. Why? Because you are pushing a needle, you know, you are doing lumbar puncture. So when you do lumbar puncture, you have to puncture the supraspinous and interspinous and also ligament of flavum, because you have to reach this spinal cord. You know, this is the spinal cord. We have to puncture the spinal cord. No, you don't have to puncture the spinal cord. You have to do this puncture below the spinal cord level. You mean to say below L1 vertebra? Yes, below the L1 vertebra. Don't puncture the spinal cord. Okay, so below the L1 vertebra I have to do. How will I do it? Can I see the procedure? Yes, let us see the procedure now. You are doing it. What I am doing? You are pushing a needle. I am pushing a needle where? Between the spine of L4-5 vertebra. Oh, this is L4 and this is L5 vertebra now. Yes, that is L4 vertebra. This is L5 vertebra. And this is interspinous space. So which ligament did you puncture? I must have punctured this supraspinous, interspinous and ligament of flavum. Yeah, correct. Supraspinous, interspinous and ligament of flavum. Now what will you puncture? What will I puncture? Meninges. Which meninges will you puncture? I think I should puncture the duramater and then I'll puncture the arachnoid mater, because I have to go deep to the arachnoid mater and I'll aspirate the CSF now. Yes, correct. You have to puncture these two meninges. But remember, there are two things now. What? See, when you are puncturing these ligaments, there was a resistance to your needle. You feel resistance, sudden loss of resistance when you already have punctured the ligamentum flavum. And that sudden loss of resistance, that feel of sudden loss of resistance to the puncturing needle. See, when you're puncturing the needle, resistance, sudden loss of resistance when you already have punctured the ligamentum flavum. That is called popping sensation. There is one more popping sensation. So when is the second popping sensation coming? When you puncture the dura mater. You mean to say after this I'll puncture the dura mater, there will be some resistance? Of course, when you puncture dura mater, there will be resistance. But as you already have punctured the dura mater, there will be second popping sensation. What is popping sensation? You feel in your fingers, you feel sudden loss of resistance, which you were finding while puncturing dura mater. And what will I puncture now? Nothing else you puncture. If you have punctured the posterior longitudinal ligament, then it is a mistake. By mistake, you might have pushed the needle far ahead because you are a new learner. So if I'm a new learner, I might reach there. Otherwise, I should not go there? No. Posterior longitudinal ligament, you are not supposed to go there. You can go there accidentally, and it can never happen that you can reach anterior longitudinal ligament in front of the vertebra. It is not possible at all. Your needle is not so long. Anyway, anterior longitudinal ligament, you are not supposed to go at all. You cannot actually. Posterior longitudinal ligament, you may accidentally. So that was the answer? Yes. Now see, your needle is coming and it is puncturing the two meninges. Which one? The dura and arachnoid. Why? Because you have to aspirate the CSF from here, the subarachnoid space. Yes. Understand, when you are puncturing the dura mater, there will be a resistance, and when you already have punctured the dura mater, then you will feel a popping sensation. This is second popping sensation after puncturing the dura mater. Why we want to know that? Because already a question has come. Which question has come? See, first you draw this diagram and then discuss the question. Do you draw the diagram then discuss the question? Yes. Okay, let us draw the diagram. What is this diagram about? Body of vertebra, body of vertebra. Body of vertebra, body of vertebra. Which one? L4-5. Yes, L4-5. Then you have the spine of vertebra. So then we'll have the spine of vertebra. This is the spine of vertebra. Yes. This is the spine of vertebra. Yes. Then what is this? In between. That must be the lamina. Lamina. Oh, lamina, between which some ligament is there? Yes, tell me which one. Tell me which ligament. What is in front of the vertebra? I think in front of the body of the vertebra is anterior longitudinal ligament. Correct. What is behind the body of vertebra? I think posterior longitudinal ligament. Yes, correct. What is between the lamina? I think ligamentum flavum. Yes, ligamentum flavum. Correct. And what is between the spine? Interspinous ligament? Yes, interspinous. And what is on the tip of the spine? Supraspinous? Yes, supraspinous. Now take a needle and puncture. So when you take the needle and puncture, which is the first ligament you puncture? I think supraspinous. Yes. Then the interspinous. Yes. Then the ligament of flavum. Yes. Then the posterior ligament. No. If you go there, it is accidental. You should not go there. Then what did I puncture? What you puncture was meninges. Which meninges? That was some meninges here. You have to puncture the dura and arachnoid. So after puncturing the dura arachnoid, I can enter the subarachnoid space to aspirate the CSF and inject the anesthesia agent now? Yes, you can do that. Okay. What is the other thing you wanted us to? No other thing, that's all. You have to deal with the question. You left the question there. Tell me the answer. Accidentally? Yes. For lumbar puncture? Yes. I know the answer. Yeah, tell me. I think this is the answer. Yes, accidental. And remember, anterior longitudinal ligament you can never reach. And ligamentum flavum and supraspinous you were puncturing regularly. So ligamentum flavum and supraspinous are puncturing regularly. Yes. And anterior longitudinal we cannot reach. No. And our answer is posterior longitudinal ligament, which should not be reached, but if reached, it is accidental. Yes, that is the point. That is your answer. Okay, fine, I'll keep the answer. Then what is the answer to this question? Popping sensation. Somebody asking popping sensation now. I think I have double answer. Yeah, you have double answer. Tell me which is the first one. Out of 20 anesthesia books which I have read in total, I have read 20 anesthesia books. 14 to 15 give the popping sensation. And in those 14 to 15, most of them will tell this the answer. So out of 20, 14 to 15 will tell you popping sensation. Yes. And maximum among that will tell it is ligamentum flavum. Yes. What about the minority? Minority will say this. So that is also the answer. Yes. But it is minority. Are you trying to say double answer and one is preferred to other? Yes. So A is better than D? Yes.